What is going on, guys? This is Miyasin. Actually, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Etipat's friend, so Team Samurai X1, that's his YouTube channel. And we actually collab together every single time, so every time there's like new cards, Etipat just comes to me and he's like, yeah, can you actually break that deck? Just give me a few days and I'll get to it. But yeah, Blue Eyes, definitely one of my favorite decks. I absolutely love the concept, honestly. It just summons a bunch of level 8 monsters, then you make your powerful Xyz, or you can Synchro, or you can Link, so definitely a few options there. You can play the super combo oriented build or a more control build where you can even discard your White Stone of Ancients to use Karma Cut, Phoenix Wing Blast, Paleozoic Dino-Miscus, and during the end phase your White Stone of Ancients will trigger. Even during your opponent's turn you can actually get your effects, get multiple searches, and of course by the time you get to play again you're going to be amassing so much card advantage that you can inevitably kill your opponent. So today I'm actually going to be showing you guys 4 really awesome combos for this deck featuring the brand new support, and I'm also going to show you guys my deck profile with in-depth explanation. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Seriously helps me out a lot. I make consistent daily uploads, and with that being said, let's jump right into combo number 1. All you really need for this combo is Tyrant of D and Sage with Eyes of Blue. That's it, that's all, and it's a pretty good end board. So you're going to be searching for White Stone of Legend. Now this is actually really important. It can't just be White Stone of Ancients. The reason for that is because White Stone of Legend specifically says Blue Eyes White Dragon in its card text, whereas White Stone of Ancients doesn't. It's just a Blue Eyes monster. And Tyrant of D, you can only discard a card that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon in its card text. So very similar to how Dark Magician, all the cards always say like if a card specifically lists Dark Magician in its text. So yeah. Anyways, you're going to be foolishing for for Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh my god, this card is like so similar to Magician Souls. It's like special summon from the hand while also sending like a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the grave as cost. Literally identical as Souls. Anyways, you're going to be discarding the White Stone of Legend, so search another Blue Eyes, and then make Needle Fiber using these 2 monsters, summon the White Stone of Ancients. Even if you get Nibiru, you don't really have to overcommit too much. It's really just 2 cards, and you're still going to be floating on the White Stone of Ancients, and it's going to be summoning a Blue Eyes on your end phase. But anyways, make the Blue Eyes Spirit, pass turn there, and then special summon that Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, and during the end phase, if you have a Blue Eyes on your field or in the graveyard, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be searching Chaos Dragon Levineer, and during our opponent's turn, we're going to be tagging out the Needle Fiber in order to summon the Formula Synchron, draw 1 card, but also Quick Sync in order to summon Baroness de Fleur. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 interruptions with just 2 cards, because Baroness is an Omni Negate that negates absolutely anything. You can also destroy cards on the field, but only during your own turn, and of course during the standby phase you can return it back to the extra deck to revive back a level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard. So you can even get back your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon or just any other of the Blue Eyes monsters, literally anything. And on top of that, the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, it's an Omni Negate in the graveyard, so any effect in the graveyard that activates you can negate, and also neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time, which is actually really relevant against a few of the super popular decks out there. I can think of like Tri-Brigade right now, but obviously there are so many other decks like Pendulum. They have historically had such a bad time against Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and it has another effect where during either player's turn you can tribute the Synchro summoned card. Really important, because when you revive it back from the grave to the field, it is no longer Synchro summoned, just special summoned. Anyways, you're going to be able to summon a Light Dragon Synchro from your extra deck in defense, but it dies during the end phase, so unless you summon a Jirai Silver Dragon, it will die on the end phase. That's pretty much it for combo number 1. Let's get into combo number 2. Combo number 2 is the exact same, but featuring Nebula Dragon, so I'm not going to be going into too many explanations, but Nebula Dragon is something that I wanted to kind of address, because a lot of people might be like, oh, this doesn't really change anything, right? It's just another extender. But the thing is, the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, unfortunately, does affect both players, and Nebula Dragon does summon 2 monsters simultaneously. The thing is, you have to summon Nebula at the perfect timing. So after making your Needle Fiber, because it is not a light or dark dragon monster, and Nebula Dragon does restrict you for the rest of the turn, not the turn you activate its effect. And of course, you have to summon it before your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, because now the condition of neither player can special 2 or more monsters just no longer applies for us. And then we can make the Harbinger. In case you're wondering why we aren't making Draglubion, it's really because during the end phase we want to get that White Stone of Ancient special summon, and Draglubion locks us under no special summons for the rest of the turn after we use its effect to summon a Harbinger. It's also a waste of extra deck space. It's kind of annoying. A lot of people don't really like it. But yeah, we can go again for Abyss Dragon, search Levineer, tag out for Formula Synchron, Baroness de Fleur, so 3 negates negates with a draw, a Chaos Dragon Levineer, and like I said, a deadly follow-up. So that's it for combo number 2. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so this is actually a pretty cool combo, and a lot of people might look at this hand and be like, I have no idea what you can do with this. It just looks so bad, but no, man, this continuous spell is actually pretty good for Blue Eyes. So you can make either Link Karibo or Relinquish the Nemite, really doesn't matter. And now you're actually going to be revealing Blue Eyes for alternative, and this card right here is actually really sick. Apparition with Eyes of Blue, so you can activate it and then reveal Blue Eyes White Dragon and special summon any monster from your hand. Literally anything. You can even summon like Archlord Christie at this point. But we're actually going to be summoning our tuner monster, which is Whitestone of Ancients. And now Needle Fiber, which monster? Ah, I spoiled it. I was gonna say like, which monster am I gonna be special summoning with Needle Fiber? Well, the world is literally your oyster. If you're playing against Drytron, you can actually special summon Ally of Justice Cycle Reader, because this is one way we can recycle back any tuner in the entire game, literally level 3 or lower, because this card is like a Trickstar Licorice in a way. We can return back a monster from our field to the hand and then special summon another monster from the hand, which is the exact opposite of what you're bouncing back. So if you're bouncing a non-Blue Eyes, you have to summon Blue Eyes. If you're bouncing Blue Eyes, you can summon anything. Yeah, we're bouncing back the Ash, and now we can actually use it. So it's like an actual negate on our opponent's turn. And on top of that, we were also able to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's like a 2-in-1 package deal. We got exactly what we wanted. We wanted to get back the Ash, and we wanted to special summon that Blue Eyes White Dragon, because now we can make a Harbinger. But this Needle Fiber, like I said, it's not just sitting there doing nothing, because it can still do something thanks to Whitestone of Ancients, special summoning this time the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, which protects all the other cards on the field from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It also has some other niche effects, and then again, during your opponent's turn, Needle Fiber into Formula Synchron, draw 1 card, and then Quick Sync into Baroness de Fleur. A solid 3 negates already, and you drew a card, you still have other cards in your hand, and now let's jump into the 4th, final, and deadliest combo. So if you win at the lottery, this is what a ridiculously unfair hand could look like. Literally everything that I'm showing you is a bunch of cards that I already had before, but always with 1 extra extender every single time, except for the last combo that I showed you guys. It was completely different, but this time again featuring Tyrant of D and Sage with Eyes of Blue, which by the way is searchable with Piri Race Map. Anyways, we're going to be normal summoning the Sage again, do the exact same thing as last time, but this time we're actually not going to be using the effect of Tyrant of D to special summoning back Blue Eyes. We're just going to be going Melody, discard the Whitestone of Ancients, search for the alternative and Levineer, and then reveal the Blue Eyes for alternative, Nimic Needle Fiber, summon the Whitestone of Ancients, and then we do not go for Spirit again. Remember, very important that we go for Nebula first, and then we can actually either go for Spirit or Harbinger. But actually, the order does matter, because we want to keep a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. You're going to understand why in literally just a matter of seconds. So now we can revive back the Whitestone of Legend, make the Blue Eyes Spirit, so that's the reason why we couldn't go for Harbinger, because we need a Blue Eyes monster on the field in order to sync using the Whitestone of Legend and it. Now we have double Spirit, and we have our 2 non-Blue Eyes. They can just be used for any generic monster, so Harbinger again. And during the end phase, you already know it, man. Blue Eyes Abyss, search for Chaos Dragon of Armageddon, which is another really insane follow-up card, so you can recycle back a dragon from her banish to the hand, and then special summon it. So this board is absolutely ridiculous, because again, you can make Formula Synchron, Baroness, blah blah blah, with 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons, which aren't hard once per turns, and Harbinger, literally everything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the combos. Now let's get into the deck profile. Okay, just a friendly reminder, guys, to like and subscribe. Seriously helps me out so much. You have absolutely no idea. I make daily videos, and it's really a blessing, honestly, to be able to kind of, I don't know, man, I learn a lot from making these videos too. It's not just like I'm only helping you guys, I'm also helping out myself as well. But anyways, so I'm playing a bunch of Blue Eyes cards, obviously. I wonder why. So 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, 2 alternative, 1 Abyss. I am not main decking the Jet. Don't necessarily know if I'm going to be destroying so many cards on turn 1. If I'm going second, then yeah, obviously Jet is pretty good. I could even be destroying my opponent's cards by battle and then summoning the Jet from the hand or from the graveyard. But on turn 1, when you might be going first, I think it's a little less good. I'd rather go for Deep of Blue Eyes and then get my follow-up play by searching my other Blue Eyes cards, well, non-Blue Eyes cards like Chaos Emperor and Levineer for, like I said, nasty follow-up. So yeah. 1 Dragon Spirit of White. I'm not playing the Silver Scry card, which is a card that makes Dragon Spirit of White so much better, because you can, it's like a quick play spell, Monster Reborn, but only for vanilla monsters in the grave, and this is actually considered as a normal monster in the graveyard and in the hand, so yeah, it's not ideal. And then Chaos Emperor Dragon of Armageddon, of course, Levineer, triple Nebula Dragon, great way of getting rid of these Blue Eyes in the hand, or trade in. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. 3 Tyrant of D, obviously. 3 White Stone of Ancients, fantastic card. The Bad Stone, quote unquote. Now, this card is actually kind of good though, so I might bump it up to 2 or maybe 3, but 3 Sage of Eyes of Blue, technically 4, because I am playing that Piri race map. Now, this card is actually kind of bricky if you start playing way too many. You have to pay 4,000 life points literally in order to use this card. It's half your life points, but half of whatever you're starting with is always like 4,000 out of 8, so it's way too much. Yeah, you have to use that card on your normal summon, so you can't just search an Ash and use it right away. It can't be used until the end of the next turn after this resolves. Like I said, unless you normal summon. I'm also playing only 2 hand traps, Effect Veiler and Ash. So Veiler can be searched off of Sage with Eyes of Blue, and Ash can be summoned off of Needle Fiber to bounce it back with Apparition with Eyes of Blue, which is cool. Monster Reborn with double Return of the Dragon Lords. Really don't want to play too many 3-ofs. It's going to be starting to be way too bricky. Dragon Shrine, again, if you play more than 1, it's going to be bricky. P-Race Map, Upstart, double trade in double Cards of Consonance. Now, Melody discards any card generically, so it's not like Cards of Consonance or Trade-in, which are bricky when you don't draw the target. And also, it is not once per turn, and it searches like very powerful cards. It can search you Alternative and Blue Eyes, so you can right away summon Alternative, or you can search Armageddon and Levineer, so you can demolish your opponent with pretty terrifying cards actually. So, and then Ultimate Fusion, which is not really a card that you're trying to go for turn 1. You're barely popping cards like ever with this card, singing off of Anaconda in order to just summon a card that's almost like an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and kill your opponent from there, with of course Apparition with Eyes of Blue and Scale Drain. Now for my extra deck, I'm playing 1 Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon with 1 Baroness, 1 Azure Silver, double Spirit, double Moonlight, because as I showed you guys in my final combo, I actually ended my turn with double Spirit, so I actually could have went for double Moonlight. None of these cards are hard once per turn, just physical once per turn per copy. So if you have multiple copies, it's just a once per turn that applies for each physical card, but not for the name of the card itself. So the player can technically use infinite effects of the cards as long as you have multiple copies. But yeah, Formula Synchron, Zeus, Harbinger, Demon Gear, Sun Needle Fiber, Anaconda, Hieratic Seal, and either Relinquished Anima or Linkuriboh doesn't really matter too much. And for my idea section, none of these cards really are worth explaining. I mean, I have Pancratops, Lancia, Starleech Seyfried, which is cool. It can recycle back your Levineer and stuff like that, and it can also be recycled back with the graveyard effect of Nebula Dragon, but that rarely comes up. More hand traps, Blue Eyes Dread, Shen is actually pretty cool, but it hurts you as well. Heart Earth with Draglubion, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lore can negate Nibiru, but I think you should actually have more of a control vibe than an aggressive vibe, especially on post game 1. Game 1, nobody main decks Nibiru anyways, so it's fine if you just go all in. Yeah, game 2 and game 3, just make Spirit pass instead of vomiting your whole hand turn 1. And then Numeron Dragon, Harpy's Feather Duster, Desires, which was kind of risky for me. It didn't really work out when I played it. I would just be banishing my Blue Eyes monsters, like Blue Eyes with Dragon. None of my cards would actually do anything anymore. So this card helps, but it also hurts. And then Summon Limit with the True Light, which is the worst card ever. I actually tested it in the deck, and it literally screwed me over more often than it helped me, because when it's sent from the spell and trap zone to the grave, you have to destroy all monsters on your field, and you don't choose if you want to do that. It's like the card triggers itself, so definitely no thank you there. But that's pretty much it for my combo video and deck profile. Really hope you guys were not only able to enjoy and learn several things, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.